Good morning. Happy Mother's Day for all mothers out there. Gisela Reis here, the JCA personal trainer fitness instructor at the JCA. This morning I have my two boys just to say a quick hi since it's Mother's Day. They have been very good to me so far. They have been spoiling me. They gave me breakfast in bed for the first time, which I was very impressed. And they had a lovely card for me, and I'm sure we're going to have the rest of a great day. So I'm going to start my class. Today's Pilates. You boys can go, okay?
Okay, we can get now.
Say hi, bye.
Bye.
And so today, I'd like to talk about Pilates principles. And there's 9 of them. And I'd like to just talk, basically if you have not familiar with Pilates very much, you probably heard about it because it's been so popular for so many years, but you may not know what they are or understand what the ideas behind it is when you're exercising. But Pilates has the first technique is, the principle is breathing. And breathing, it's something that obviously we have to have for life, but when you exercise, if you have a good quality of breath as you do your exercises, your movements will also be more effective. You will have a more of a healthy. Hi, everybody that's joining now. Thank you. Breathing is very important, so you can create a flow as you exercise. And I will often remind you of when to apply that when you're doing the movements. Then you have also concentration, and so the idea behind that is that you're not thinking about anything else besides the fact that you are doing the movement. So hopefully you're not going to be thinking of what you're going to do later or what you did, or what you missed doing from the past or whatever. You will be focused in the moment doing the exercise and be able to take in the fullest benefit of the movement. So concentration is applied ideally. And then there's control. Control is so you're not doing things too rapidly where the quality is not there. So you want to do the movements with control, so the movements are with quality, so it's more effective. Then we also talk about a lot centering, and that's your powerhouse, your the torso area, which sometimes when people say core, they think it's just the abdominal, but it's your shoulders all the way from the shoulders all the way down to the hips. So it's your whole entire rectangle of your torso. And you'll do work your arms and your legs, but the principle is that you have that energy and strength coming from your torso. We also have a principle of precision. So precision is the ability to create the effort and apply the concentration and control as you do the practice, as well knowing that if you continue doing Pilates, that precision, you will get the benefits and you start seeing the development of the strength that you will gain from doing Pilates as well. There's balanced muscle development, and that of course with precision you will start getting an understanding about your correct alignment, which also too will benefit your posture. So knowing how to develop the strength in whatever area we're working on. And then we have also rhythm, which is also related to flow. And that is knowing that when you're doing the movements, there's not like a moment of a pause for too long. There's always a movement with a flow where what often is in reps are between 5 to 10 reps. And so then you continue that flow as you do your Pilates exercises. And then you have the whole body movement, so which means you often are incorporating your whole body when you're doing the exercises. You're not just doing that one muscle. You're actually doing, you're concentrating and using your whole body together. And often, let's say if we're working the legs, I will remind you of other muscles that you should be concentrating on. Let's say you are doing your legs, but your shoulders dancing. So I will remind you to relax the shoulders, engage the core as you go along, so you know the whole body is involved. And then the final is the relaxation. So it's be able to relax, like for example, I was saying, relaxing the shoulders when you are doing an exercise, so you're not tensing everywhere. You're just engaging what you need to engage, and not to feel like you getting tension from the movements, and though you'll be able to relax, whether it's your face or your jaw when you're doing the things. So the benefits of Pilates, and why it's so famous and why it's been around for so long, is that you want quality over quantity. So that being said, we're going to start doing our movements, and I'd like to start by doing some relaxation of releasing tensions. Is the right word. Releasing tensions in certain areas that we might even not realize that we are tensing on. If you have a tennis ball or a small ball like this, that it's firm but not too soft, or about the size of your fist, I would like for you to try, and of course if you don't have that right now available, you can do this in a later time when you have the ability to find the ball about this size. And you can start by massaging your feet. The benefit of massaging your feet is that your feet is your base of your whole body. So I'd like for you to try it either, for less intense, you can do it sitting, and you'll see that you can roll back and forth on the feet. You might find the areas that you need more time on, like for example the arch. The arch usually is the area that's very tender and sometimes can be tense. And more so if you have been walking a lot, you will find that sometimes you may have a lot of pain on your arch, and that could lead into plantar fasciitis as well. So the massaging the feet is great with the ball. So we're going to start with that by awakening the senses of your whole body. To apply more pressure, if you stand, you can actually apply more weight into it. So just moving it around the sole of the foot. Remember, you can push into the heel, you can go into the arch, you can go into the ball of the feet, around the toes, and of course you want to do both feet. And again, you don't have to do this standing. More so if the balance is awkward when you're standing up, you feel like you're off, please sit down and do that sitting. But it's just so nice. You will awake all the lines of from your body to it's like you're awakening right from the base of your body. You're awakening everything. So when we do the pointing and flexing of the feet, your feet is not going to be cramping as much, because right now you're massaging it. So you can play longer. If you are watching and saving this video later, you can play with the ball longer, just knowing that you can do this even if you are working at the desk. You can have the ball and you can do this foot massage while you're doing your home work, which I know a lot of us right now are being home more, so and doing perhaps work in the computer. So that will be one way to do it, and you can do it too before bed, even more so if you feel like your feet is tender. So we are going to start right now sitting on your mat. Some of the things that I forgot to say this, but some of the things, if you have them for the Pilates mat class, I'd like for you to, if you have, use your ball. It can be like almost like a size 5 soccer ball. If you have a kid's ball, you can use that. And any other toys you might have at home. So it could be your dumbbells, it can be your bands, you can use other things for weight. If you have a Pilates ring, you can also use a Pilates ring, ankle weight. So this is some of the things that you can apply as we do the movements, and I'll tell you when you could apply those if you have them. If you don't have them, your body is all you need. And finding yourself in the firm either floor or a firm bed, you can, for those that have a hard time getting down on the ground. So Pilates is accessible for a lot of people in all levels of fitness. So let's start here with your spine up straight with the knees bent. And just thinking here of on inhale, relax your shoulders and just think of an expansion of your chest. And the way you're doing the breathing, you're trying to breathe through your side ribs. I'm actually going to do this front facing you. And you can even practice this with the hands on the ribs. You want to think of keeping your abdominal in, back towards the spine. And when you inhale, you want to feel that you're creating space between your fingers as you open up through your side ribs. And then exhale, releasing. And when you're releasing, thinking of snugging it in close where the ribs come in hugged towards each other. Inhale. Feel that breath coming through your back, through your rib cage, while still pulling your abdominal in. And as you exhale, feel everything settles in, feeling your chest soften. Now, this is for you to feel that you are doing with the hands on your ribs, that you are feeling that breath coming through the rib cage. Once you have that, you don't need your hands, which means you can relax your shoulders even more. And the breath is out through the lips, breathing in through the nose. And exhale. Good. As I'm going into the side view here, you're going to, this time, on exhale, going into a round C curve. So you're going to scoop in and think you're opening through your upper back as you round in. Bring your gaze down to the hips. And inhale as you stack the spine, feeling here the vertebrae laying it all the way up. As you inhale, feel your chest open, shoulders relax. Opening through your side ribs, and exhale as you round. And here your elbows can go off to the sides as you're scooping, and here really create that intention of pulling the abdominal into the spine, engaging and contracting your rectus abdominal and your obliques here as you're opening through the back. Inhale, come back up. Shoulders down, feel your chest open. And exhale, scooping and curling and curling and curling and curling and curling. Round, 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 round. And then we're going to find ourselves healing all the way down to the floor. So bring yourself all the way to the ground and find yourself in a neutral position. Neutral position is where you know your back is in a position where you have a little bit of space on the lower back. So there's a natural curve, a natural S of your spine. Okay, that's your relaxing position. And I'm going to start with a little bit of a pelvic tilt. So here you're going to, so imagine you have, there's a space between the shoulders, and then I'm not arching, you're just in the neutral. And when you exhale, you're going to think of now bring your pubic bone up as you're now bringing your lower back down. So you are slightly engaging the glutes as you feel here that you, as if you had a teacup on your top of your hips, vision here that tea being now spilled towards your belly button. And then you go back into neutral on the inhale and exhale. So that will start waking up here your glutes. So when you start doing this, I want you to do this with rhythm, with a flow. As you exhale, apply that principle. Inhale as you find neutral, there's your breathing. And exhale, in. Again, inhale. Creating that concentration of staying right here, right now. And sometimes, often, you can just close your eyes as you're doing this, which brings that focus inward, internally, to know that exactly what you are doing. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. And then come back to neutral. We have the hands down to your sides. Take those legs into tabletop. So here when you're bringing into a tabletop, imagine your shins are the table and your knees, often sometimes they come too close to the chest. So you want to have your knees stacked right on top of the hips. And I want you to just slowly taking the leg out. Now notice I'm not changing my knee angle. I'm just bringing the leg out. You can tap it and bring it, or you can just hover, more so if you feel anything of your back moving. So you want to create stabilization through your spine, where your spine is not moving, and you're just letting the thigh go away. So we're doing a hip hinge. We inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Try to keep your abdominal engaged towards the floor the whole time. And those that may have done my Pilates classes before, I often have related to the idea of having like a weight coming from the ceiling down towards you. So what you will do is engage, because you don't want to, of course, that to hurt you. So you engage the abdominals. So having perhaps that vision, okay, if there's a ball coming down from the ceiling in towards me, I'm going to engage that. Of course, it's that same idea. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and then rest both feet down. And then you can do a little bit of a waving side to side with your knees, making sure your back there is not tensing. Now, having your arms up to the sky, we're going to do a nap curl. Having your feet here, relaxed toes pointing forward. Have the second toe be the one guiding and pointing directly out to the front. And have the knees in line with those toes pointing forward. So the knees are not knocking in, or if you're tendency to the knees going out, trying to keep that in line. On the inhale, you're staying there and you just feel the space through your chest. When you exhale, you're going to let your head and shoulders come up, and you bring your hands to hover the knees as you breathe out. Stay right there, breathe in. Try to go a little bit more, exhale. We'll do one more time. Inhale, exhale, go a little higher, and then you slowly come back down. So you notice there's 3 breaths. So one is when you're in place, breathing in. As you exhale, you come up. Inhale again. Exhale, go a little higher. Inhale again. Exhale, you go even more into the fullest. And then come back down. We're going to do that 3 more times. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale in place. Exhale, go a little higher. Inhale. Go again a little bit more. And back. 2 more times like that. Now, if you feel like your neck is tensing, you can use the hands behind your head to give a little support right at the base of the skull, where you can feel that you're taking the pressure off your neck. The idea here is that you're not using your neck when you're coming up, but you're using the abdominal. Your whole torso comes up as one package. The shoulders are not tensing into the ears. Exhale, inhale. Again, if you have the hands right here, you'll do it this way. Exhale, and then back down. We got 1 more time, breathing in. If you have the arms up or behind your head, no matter, you're going to do your best. Exhale, inhale, exhale. 1 more time, inhale, exhale, go into your fullest, and then slowly bring it back down, relaxing the arms, and then again you can release those knees side to side. So here we're going into your 100 exercise. The 100 exercise can be done in 3 different ways. The first way is where your feet stays down and you're focusing on your upper body, where your shoulders are up. You inhale for 5, and then often you don't have to, but if you want to, you can turn the palms up, and that's your exhale, okay? The legs can be, as a second level, to be up into the tabletop. That's a little bit harder because now you have the more weight, more gravity, more work to hold those legs up. The third one is when the legs extend. If the legs extend, tend the legs turn out, and this is the Pilates V, where you have the heels together and toes pointing, so your feet is more like in the V, okay? So I'm going to go into this level, and then if you need to go down with the feet, the legs go straight, go ahead. Lift your head and shoulders up, reach those fingers towards the end of the mat. You're going to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, palms up. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. And if you can extend the legs, go ahead. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Get in the shoulders as much as you can. Exhale. Sometimes, if you start feeling tension on your neck, move your head just a little bit side to side. Where is that intention supposed to be? Where you need to be concentrating to use is right there, your correctus abdominal. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Long legs. Exhale. 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale. Again. And breathe out. 2 more. In. Breathe out. Last one. Exhale. And bring your knees in. Massage again your back side to side. Releasing any tension off. And then hold the back of the legs. Tuck your head in and bring yourself into sitting. Good. We're going to go into all 4. So coming into your hands and knees. And right here, as we're working on tabletop, we are going to extend your arm and leg away. So start with your left leg straight back behind you and have here your right arm straight out in front of you. When you're doing this, I'm going to point out the mistake so you don't do it at home, is where you're sinking down and you're sinking into the shoulder, more so if you start getting tired. But you want to avoid that. You want to really push up and away off that shoulder. Then the other mistake you may happen is where the hip that has the leg back lowers or is just too high. So you think of now having here your hips parallel exactly to the ground. And often to know that, if you flex that back foot and pointing the toes to the ground, will also avoid this kind of mistake. Or if the hips are too low, you'll see that the toes are turning in. So having the toes pointing out is a good way to check, okay? The hand, I'm going to have your thumb pointing up as you're reaching here, the arm, which will be in this case the right arm. And then feel here your abs engage as you reach an arm and the leg away. To make this a little bit more challenge, for those that feel like, okay, this is easy, try to get your right foot, the one that has the knee down, up off the ground. So now you're balancing, you're taking that right foot off. Again, remember to pull everything out and away. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, reach, reach, reach. Feel that long alignment that you're trying to create here from the hand to the back foot. Exhale, 2 more. Last one. Take your hand, take the knee, you just work on that stability, and then round up as you feel the shoulders wide apart, lower the head between the arms, feeling that nice contour stretch. We are going now with your right leg. Extend the leg behind you. You can point if you like, but if flexing, you're just going to make sure those hips are in this right place. Take the left arm away. Maybe getting that left foot off the ground. And breathe. Try to really push off the right hand, off the right shoulder. Engage, keeping the shoulders and hips level. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, really feel that abdominal engage towards the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping that second toe on the right foot pointing down as you reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Keep reaching through your right heel. Create that intention and reaching through your fingers. 1 more. Take your hip, take your foot, and round back to the sky. Scoop, 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 scoop. Back to neutral. Good. Let's now first over towards the mat while we're sitting. So now you're facing over towards the end of your mat. And I'll have your feet here flexed. As you're in this position, you might bend your knees to make sure your back is straight. So if you have the legs straight and your lower back is doing this or your upper back is rounded like this, obviously the benefit there is lost. It's best to bend your knees and make sure here your torso is aligned. Remember, your centering is your primary, it's your principal. So you want to make sure that the alignment there is correct. So have your back nice and straight, and again, bend the knees if you need to. In my case, my hamstrings are flexible enough that I can have the legs straight. And we're going to go into the spine stretch. So when you do this exercise, and actually I have to fix myself because I was leaning a little bit forward. So you want to imagine there's a wall behind you, okay? If you had the wall behind you, think of keeping your head and your shoulders and your hips against this wall, okay? You're going to bring your arms up to the sky. You're going to inhale, flex those feet up to the sky. When you exhale, you're going to imagine that you're going to peel yourself off the wall by starting with your head, shoulders, pull the abdomen in, reach forward, flex your feet, feel the energy here. So I'm not hinging through the hips, I'm just peeling myself up and over as I'm going into the spine stretch and try to really create that energy starting from the heels all the way up and over towards the head. And then you're going to slowly peel yourself back up. So you're going to bring one vertebra at a time back into the wall, in that invisible wall in this case, and then return yourself back, and then take your arms up. Inhale. As you exhale, go up and over. Scoop, 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 reaching through your fingers, round, 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 round. And then on the inhale, you're returning back. Reach, 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 reach. Lengthen back to the top. We're going to do one more time. And tuck your head, and rounding forward. Forward. Feel the spine get a nice lovely stretch. And then round up. So you're working through your flexibility as well. And then range all the way up to the very top. Now we're going to roll back and down. So the way you're going to do this, you're going to round yourself forward just like before. And then you're going to curl yourself back. Round and back. Now some of you might find that this is where you're going to need to be in matter of not losing your balance or your control. But if you can keep the control, you're going to keep going until you find the floor and take your arms back. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to roll up. So when you do this, you might have to have your arms in front of you to bring yourself with control to come back. If you have the strength, have the arms up and over towards the sky. Gives you more of a weight. You're working against the gravity, which makes it more challenge as you're going forward. And again, we're going back with control. Remember, it's about slow and finding that nice quality of movement, breathing in. And exhale. Lift, 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 legs staying glued to the floor. Like, I'm having actually a hard time right now. Because as you exhale, if you do it your best, you know it's going to be difficult. And again, we're going back nice and controlled. And also me talking is making it, the breath a little bit more difficult to see. But try your best at home. Breathe in. Exhale. Press those legs down. Reach to the sky. Sky, 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 sky. And exhale over. So if I was modifying this, if you feel like this is too much, you're just going to go right here. Exhale. And then on the inhale, you lift. And exhale, go over. It's best to make this movement, the range of motion, smaller and making sure that you are getting the best out of this exercise than go where it's too difficult and the quality is not there. Okay? Exhale. We're going to do one more. Inhale. And scoop, 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 put those legs down, legs down, legs down, scoop, 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 lift, 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 lift. Exhale, over, and then set yourself back all the way into a sitting position and release. Excellent. So let's go now all the way down to the floor, facing down to the ground. And here you are going to be prone, facing down, with your hands all the way out, extended away from you. I want you to now from here, working on extension. So you're also known as a Superman. Extend the legs out back behind you. And when you do this, think of pulling your abdominal in at the same time. And I know that's hard. And so some of you are like, I don't even know how to do that. If that happens, do one leg at a time. And really thinking of pulling the abdominal in while you're extending the leg. Okay? The hips are not rocking. They're staying in place. But if you can do both legs, perfect. And then reaching those arms out in a way, if you find that if it's possible, okay? Arms engage. I know it's hard to see here. I thought there would be some light where you could see it, but there's a light that's going in. There's my hand. And while you're trying to reach the legs away. So now you're engaging the glutes, hamstrings, everything extending back behind you. And when you add your arms, you're using your back to spine here. Reaching, 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 breathing in. Keep pulling that abdominal in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Pull that abdominal in. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Then settle. Bend your knees and relax your feet side to side. Making sure the tensions are being released. And then bring yourself up. Exhale back. You can rest in the shell pose, also known as most of all that exercise is a shell pose, like yoga. Okay? Now, I'd like for you to take a pause to drink water. And water is very important for you to stay hydrated. I actually know for myself that I haven't been lately drinking enough. And keeping the hydration will help you in so many ways. And it's like one way actually to release stress. So if you've been tensing a lot, in that moment when you can feel yourself getting overwhelmed, pause, take deep breaths, and hydrate. It really will help to take that tension and connecting with presence and of course, staying hydrated. I hope you're drinking your water with me. All right, so we're gonna take that one away. We are going in now into straight leg stretches. As you come down, I'll have you, if you have a Pilates ring, you will do it this way to stretch your hamstrings. If you have bands, or even yoga straps, whatever you've got at home, or even a tie, like a man tie, you can take it around your foot. And I want you to hold that leg straight, okay? What I want you to do on the other leg can be either bend, and this is more so if your hamstrings are tight, or take the leg all the way out straight on the floor. But you want to make sure this leg goes out straight. If the knee's slightly bent, then it's better to plunge your foot down and focus on the leg that's up, okay? So what I want you to do is just taking a moment here to pause and breathe. And so creating that nice long inhale. Feel your shoulders here relax. You can close your eyes on this. Exhale, feel the stretch. And so every time you exhale, you can try to bring the leg a little bit closer. Only if you don't feel too much of a pulling or stress on your muscles, okay? First a little there on the hamstrings. Breathing in. Or if you have too much on the back of the knee, bend a little bit your knee, okay? You don't want to feel it just there. You want to feel it through the muscle, belly of the muscle, through which will be more here, and you perhaps may feel it through your calves, more so if you flex the toes down towards you. Breathing in, breathing out, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, exhale. This will prepare you for what we're going to do next. Breathe in, breathe out. At the same time, trying to not pike that right hip up. Try to keep your hip down, relaxed. Don't let that hip lift. Breathing out. One more. Try now on the other side. So again, you might be doing it this way or like all the way straight. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Giving the time there to really open and releasing the hamstring. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you for those that are joining now. One more time. Good. Taking that off. Now we're going to the straight leg stretches. So you're going to take your right leg, starting with the right leg up to the sky. Reach your hands up towards as high as you can. It can be towards your ankle, or you might find it that it's around more so around the knee. But you want to take the other leg and hover off the ground and lift your shoulders up. The hands here are light. They are not pulling you too hard where you feel too much on the hamstring. It's giving you a little bit of stretch, but not too much. And I want you to do that with the little two pulses. You're going to exhale, exhale. When you make that switch, it's through your core, and you're going to point in, exhale for two. Let's do this with flow. In. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Feel the powerhouse you're working. So if I was doing this without my hands are not the ones pulling the leg. They are just assisting, but it's the core here that is creating this movement, okay? And if you start feeling that your hips start clicking, maybe make your movement smaller. Don't let the leg that's going away too low, okay? Keep it closer up. You don't want to be hearing your hips clicking, okay? Inhale, exhale. Remember, this is more about your core. Really feel here your obliques and your abdominal here doing the work, with your rectus abdominal, transversus abdominal. Exhale. Two more. One more with the left. And then settle. And as you settle again, you can just let your knees rock slightly side to side. We're going into the frog exercise. Those that like to add more challenge, you can use the bands, and I'll show you here really quick. If you're using the bands, you're going to have your heels together. I'm showing this from this view. And you're holding your arms down. You extend and you bring it back by keeping the abdomen engaged. Extend and bring it back. If you don't have those bands, you do it without the bands, which I'll show you without the bands. Other way of keeping that a little bit more challenge is keeping your shoulders up off the ground. You can take support with your head. You bring the legs away in a diagonal towards the sky where the wall meets the ceiling. But if you're strong enough, you can bring the legs a little bit lower without feeling it on your back. You inhale, exhale. Feel those legs hugging in so they turned out, and you are feeling the inner thighs pulling in. Feel the energy coming right from your pelvic floor. As you extend and breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 6. And out. 7. 8. 9. One more. Exhale. 10. Take the feet down. Settle back. We're going to do bridges. And I'm going to have you do bridges with a flat back. Okay? And then we'll work on the articulation. If you have back problems, I recommend for you to do it with a flat back. If you don't have any back issues, then you can work on the articulation later. So if you have the props like a ball, you can place that ball between the inner thighs. If you have the Pilates ring, you can place the Pilates ring between your inner thighs. Okay? Having the hands down to your sides, make sure again, those second toe is pointing forward with the knees aligned. And you're gonna, on the exhale, come up, all the way up, and I'm showing first with the flat back. Feel the glutes engage, and when you're doing this, you don't wanna hyper lift those hips, more so for those that are flexible, you might go all the way up. That's too high. You wanna go where you know that you have a line where you can squeeze the abdominal, you're not expanding the abdominal out. Your abs are engaged, but you're adding your glutes at the same time. And then you're gonna bring it back down and exhale up, engage those inner thighs, so add the squeeze. So if you don't have a Pilates ring where you can snug it in or a ball, you can also take 2 pillows and have those 2 pillows inside, or you can use 1 pillow and double and fold it so you can get the thickness and you can still feel the engagement and the work. Exhale up, inhale down, exhale up, inhale down, 2 more, exhale up, inhale down, and again, exhale up, inhale down. Then we take the ring off to the side. Have the sole of the feet together and relax. So there again is that principle of relaxation, relaxing those inner thighs, giving that nice moment of a break so you can come back and feel your best self as you return to the next movement. And then bring it back in. Now, I'm going to have you turn sideways and we work the more so here through the inner thighs. Outer thighs. Abductor, ABD. So here, if you have a band like a loop, this is where I'm going to tell you where you can use these props. You can use this like that, okay? And when you're doing this exercise, you're going to feel the work that way. So that's if you want to add that variation. Or you can take ankle weights. For those that have ankle weights, you can put ankle weights. And if you have those that have like the weights where you can take it out and put it back on, you may start it with 1 pound, maybe increase it to 2 pounds as you're getting stronger, or do it without the weights, which I'm going to show. Sometimes if you're not used to this, no weights is all you need because it might be a lot, okay? So what I want you to do is start actually with your elbow directly under your shoulder, and instead of sinking down as I'm here, I'm showing without really pushing off. You're going to try to really push off and working on your alignment and strength here, drawing your weight off the elbow. You square yourself forward, so you have one straight line, okay? And the top hand is there to balance you up. You're going to take the top leg, you're going to go 1, 2, and noticing that the leg is not going very high. It's just going as high as my shoulder. The reason why is if you go too high, you might take the hip back. So you want to make sure that the hips are level, and again, you're in one straight line when you go up, okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, then hover. We're not going over down. So if you have the bands or the weights, you'll feel this work. Good. 2, 3. You feel the whole concentration of pulling those abs engaged. 4, 5. The whole body here is working. 6, 7. Remember that principle of the whole body. Whole body movement right here. 8, 9, 10. Now, if you have the bands, you may take it off because we're going to take this leg in a bicycle movement. You're going to take the leg back, you're going to bend it, passing it through, bring it forward, flex the foot, and then bring the leg back. You don't want to be rocking your shoulders. If you find that this is too much and intense, Bring yourself all the way down and focus on the leg. More so if you feel like you're tensing too much on your shoulders. Otherwise, stay up here. Bring it back. Bring it forward. Breathe in. Exhale. Take the leg forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 4. We'll do one more. 5. Let's reverse. Take the leg to the front. Point the toes as you bring the leg back. As engage. Flex as you bring it forward. Point, bring it back. Flex, bring it forward. Point, bring it back. Flex forward. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Creating that flow, rhythm movement. And back. Excellent. Small little circles around 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Notice that if you are tensing anywhere, release tension off the neck. 4. And breathe. 5. And 6. We got precision right here. We're going to finish it up. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Reverse. It's harder than you think. And 1. More so if you got those ankle weights. You're definitely feeling it right now. 4. That was 3, 4 now. Around 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, and 10. Then you're going to go all the way down, let you rest, take the knee in front of you, maybe give it a little massage. Sometimes I like to, you can do a little bit of a tap, make sure that muscle releases. Very good. Now take both legs here all the way in towards your chest, and I want you to bring it as tight as you can towards your chest, and you can extend here the leg out in front of you. This is a good one for those abductors, okay? And your glutes will feel this, more so on the top leg, right? So here we're going to go up 1, 2, and lower 1. Up 2, 2, lift 2, 3, up. Remember the leg doesn't go too high. 4, just try to really keep the leg closer to your head, closer to you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up, and rest. So those men that are at home, this exercise is really good for you guys, okay? Don't think this Pilates is for ladies. It's not. Actually, the person that invented this exercise, it's a man. So know that this is lovely, good challenges that you can make within your routines. So we are going to do the other side because we have 2 sides. So go ahead, go on here to the side. Remember to have your elbow directly under your shoulder if you're doing that variation, or have your head on resting all the way down, okay? This is where if you did use the bands or you want to pull them on this exercise. If you have the loop band, this guy, okay? So right here, we're going to go up to 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Abs engage. You got it. 3, 4. Lift. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. 8. 9. 10. Lift. Good. Now, if you have the band, take that band off. We're gonna go forward in the back. Well, actually, let's start it back. 'Cause that's the way I did it before. So you're gonna go back, point, take the leg in front. Flex, bring it back. This is our bicycle movement. Point, forward, and extend. So it's okay if your torso moves a little bit, but you don't want to be rocking your torso. You want to keep it as still as possible. Bring it back. Bend. Forward, create that range of motion through your hip, where you know you can keep the quality. Forward, flex. Bring it back. Forward. Bring it back. And forward, 1 more. Now we're going to reverse. 5 the other way. Take it forward. Point. Back. 1. Flex. Point. Back. And forward. 2. Point. Back. And forward. 3. 4. 5. Good. Now we're going to take the leg out to do the small little circles. So we're going to go around 1, 2, long leg 3, reach the leg away. 4, breathe in, breathe out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, reverse, and 1. Circle 2, circle 3, breathe in, breathe out. 4, 5, long leg, reach the leg away. 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Very good. Let's go all the way down. Give it a little love tap or massage or whatever feels good. And then you're going to pull both knees into your chest. Pull it nice and tight towards your chest. Remember, the tighter they are on this, the more you're going to feel that abductor and glute here working. We're going to take that leg all the way forward and flex the foot and toes towards your head. And we're going to go 2 pulses up. 1, 2, 1. Up, 2, 2. Lift, 2, 3. Up, up, 4. Up, up, 5. Try to notice on your shoulders. 6, 7. Lift. 8, 9, 10. Good. Rest. Good work. We are going to now come up, and I'll have you now facing up. So you're going to be supined. I'm just giving a little moment here. Perfect. All right. So we're going to go down, and we are going to try to do the exercise teaser. Now, if you have the band at home, I'm going to let you try this with the band. So you're going to start with one leg at a time. You're going to take the leg out, and you, on the exhale, this other leg, walk it away. If you have back problems, please modify this, where you not maybe start up, down this way. You might just go here and then down, okay? If you can come up without feeling any tension on your back, then you can bring yourself all the way up and then control back down, okay? So please, please, please be safe at home, all right? So what you do on the exhale, you roll yourself up and you bring the leg that is away from you in towards your chest, and then you slowly bring it away. If you don't have the band, you will go inhale here, exhale, pull it in, and then control to bring it back down. Okay, if you don't have the bands and you want to build up for this exercise where you find like, okay, this is maybe not as hard, but you want to go into the next level, you can do it with the hands to support you. The closer the hands, the easier. The harder away, the farther away they are, the more challenge you're going to have. Now, you don't want to feel this on your shoulders, okay? The hands are light. Maybe even have them off to this way if you find that it's bothering your wrists, okay? It's just enough of a support, and you bring it back up. Often when you do this and you're not thinking of your core enough, you're going to feel your hips cramping, more so in your hip flexor. If that happens, stretch it. So you will go like this on your side, okay? If that happens, you go like this, stretch it out, and then try it again. What you maybe make the range of motion smaller, but build up that strength. So I'm going to have you start with the right leg, and then we'll do 5, only 5. If you can do more, you can do more later on. If you are watching or rewatching this video later in another time, you can make more reps. Don't go more than 10. And then you can make it more advanced if you take both legs at the same time. And I'll show you that too. So you're here, and then you're on it, you down actually. You're breathing in. On the exhale, pull in. We're going to do 5. Breathe in away. And exhale. 4. Sorry, that was 2. Watch me cheating. Exhale. That's 3. Breathe in. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Good. Let's do the other. So if you had the bands, it makes it a little bit easier, but don't use your hands too much. Inhale. Exhale. 1. And pull in. 2. Use control. And in. 3. So it's the movement simultaneously together. You go out, down, and then in together. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now, if you're doing both hands, or both legs together, you're going to go, actually, sorry, so let's start you here. You're going to go out this way and pull in, out this way and pull in. If you can do this without your hands, You're gonna go out here and then exhale. 1, 2, and in 3. The bands, this with the band makes it a little bit easier, but it's still a challenge. 1 more. Good. Rest. Let's stretch. So I want you to get all the way down. Take one of your legs. We're going to do that on both sides. Take the bottom leg out in front of you to create the balance. Looking down towards the floor and draw here the top leg back. Feel that stretch all the way through your psoas, through your hip flexor. Feel that nice, lovely, good stretch. And then you take it the other way. Support, creating a nice balance. The top leg is in front. And then return back. We're going to finish by ourselves sitting. So come up to a sitting. So if you feel more comfortable, you're sitting on the pillow, find yourself a pillow. Or if you like to take the legs back behind you and sitting on your heels, or find the leg crisscrossed. I'd like for you here in this moment, take a moment to close your eyes as we come together. Feel yourself sitting nice and straight. Take a nice inhale as the arms come up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away. Do a little lateral stretch. Lateral stretch. We're adding a little bit more of a deeper side bend as you go over one way. Then you're going to turn it over towards the floor. Feel the back and get a good stretch. Stay right there. Breathe in. Try to get the hand further away. And come back to the other side. Up and over. Feel that nice good stretch. Turn the chest towards the floor. Reach, 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 reach. Breathe in. Breathe out. Create that nice back stretch. Return. And lift the shoulders and release. One more time. Exhale. Good. If you have any questions, please, please, please bring your comments down at the bottom. I hope you have enjoyed my class this morning. Thank you for joining me. And if you are interested in one-on-one virtual training, we're not doing personal in person right now, doing this COVID-19 epidemic, but please message me privately on Facebook Messenger. Let me know if you are interested in doing virtual training. I am doing this service through the JCA webpage, which is the jcajax.org. There's a link there that you can see what more information about it. But there's something that I'm doing during these times while we are home. I hope everybody has a lovely Mother's Day. For all children and men, treat your women well, your moms, and give them lots of love because they deserve it more so now during these times where they probably feeling more of difficulties during this time. So I wish all of you a lovely day, a good Sunday. And here's my son sick right now. Don't forget to watch all the other classes that we have throughout the JCA right now Facebook page. For those that don't have Facebook, they are putting things on YouTube as well. So you can just find the JCA Jax on YouTube. For those that don't have Facebook, if you know that friends that don't have this access, please give them that access. And there's 17 classes a week. All the fitness instructors and personal trainers of the JCA are offering this, and I hope you take advantage of it. And I hope to see you all soon, and have a lovely day. Thank you.